Hi, I'm Barry. Just to recap on this wall over here, this is our dry lined wall. All this is now dry. We put a primer on this. If you refer back to some of our previous videos, again, that's all dry. We've coated up, we've primed all the window frame and the door and the skirting board, and now it's time to put some colour on the walls. So again, a different product that we're using today. This is a vinyl silk made by Dulux. It's washable, which means obviously you can use it in bathrooms and kitchens. Again, we're in areas of high condensation. Also, with it being washable, when you've got like little kids coming along or corridors where people are running their hands up, it's called burnishing. Okay, so that's going to eliminate that as well. And again, it's wiping down. It's sort of gone out of fashion a bit now, the vinyl silks, but people still use them. Okay, so some of the tools that we've got our obviously our Pro Finish brush, decanted it into a kettle. We've got a radiator roller, or they call it rad roller, and again this has got quite a coarse sleeve on it. Okay, now the reason for that is that when we're sort of cutting in, okay, we're going to get a smooth line from where our brush marks are. Okay, and then when we roll it, okay, when we roll up to it with our big roller or our 9-inch roller, okay, when we come to about there, you're going to see a difference in the texture. Okay, when you look down the wall, so you've got the smoothness of the brush marks, but then the roller, okay, that's going to leave sort of like some very small orange peel on there. You're going to see the difference in the texture. So we're going to cut in first, and then we're going to roll within 10 mil, and I'll try and get it closer. That's sort of state general trade practice, just so it gives it that sort of a texture there. Okay, right, and then the roller sleeve I've changed roller sleeves from the one that we used on the previous videos. This is a microfiber one. Okay, this is going to give us a really, so we don't get any orange peel with this. We're trying to keep this to a minimum. Okay, so let's get going. Right, I'm going to do some cutting in first. I've got all my tools and equipment, most importantly my glasses. It's quite difficult really when you're cutting against a light, so we've got a white ceiling and we're going against a grey wall. So again, this paint's relatively thin. I haven't put any water in it, but if you are struggling a little bit, just add a little touch of water and then follow the videos about how to cut in neatly, and we should get that perfect straight line. So let's give it a go. Right, so again, my kettle, my radiator roller, glasses and my brush. Okay, I've charged my radiator roller, so that's ready. So we don't need to dip anything in. We're just literally just running it over it just to give it a bit of texture. Okay, in, tap, tap, side, side, as per normal. Run it along, okay, angle your brush, bounce the bristles to the top, pull it across. Okay, see that again, bring it up, bounce the bristles, using this line here to guide the filaments across. Nice and neat. Take your time with this. And then get your radiator roller, and if you can see that texture that it's just putting on, going very, very close. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just going to cut in all the rest of this wall around the skirting boards, around the window reveal, door frame, and finish up to that wall there. Now that we've got the ceiling line cut in, we need to again cut in around the skirting boards and door frames and around the window reveal. Okay, so we don't need to cut into those exactly as we've done on the ceiling line. Okay, but equally we don't want to get loads of paint all over the white. Okay, so we're going grey walls, white door frames. So I'm just going to sort of bring this down. Okay, and we're going to try and just create a nice seal down there. Okay, just like that. Okay. Okay, and then we'll fill these up, we'll cork all these in after we've got the first coat on there. Okay, so again, not this slot, so you get loads of it on the front. Okay, just nice and neat. Okay, and the same with the skirting boards. I've just got a quick denib of the walls, dusted all the skirting boards off. Okay, so you can just go onto that lip there. So that's all the cutting in done, and now we're just going to roll it up. If you want to refer to my previous videos on how to load your roller and how to apply it, it's virtually the same. But again, this is just a small, like a very sort of low nap on this this roller sleeve, so it should give us a really nice finish. So I'm going to start from that side and work over. That's my sort of natural way of doing it, working from right to left. Again, if you're left-handed, you might want to do it the other way. Okay, I've dampened my roller just before I started. Okay, not too much on it, just a small amount. Don't forget some of the defects that we can get with when we're rolling. Again, refer back to the previous videos and you'll see what you're doing wrong if you are doing anything wrong. Right, that's the paint roller, nicely loaded. Nice even coat. Right, that's the first coat of vinyl silk on this plasterboarded wall. If you notice beforehand, we didn't fill it, okay? So we've got a coat on it, but once you've got that first coat, you can really start to see the areas that do need to be filled. Okay, so even now, I mean, I've just had just a little look around, but you can see these sort of like little indentations here. Okay, then I've got another one that's just up there. These are just very small ones. Okay, and again, vinyl silk will really highlight these as well because of, again, it's slightly mid-sheen surface. But down here, okay, you can really see a really long one. Okay, so that's going to need filling. Okay, and then again, you couldn't really see them when it was just plasterboarded and sealed. And again, a long one here. And again, just another one there, a large one there, and this is just where it's just been when they did the dry lining and they put the jointing tape on. Okay, and then it really does make things stand out. Okay, so again, I've got a small sort of indentation there that I'm going to fill up. Okay, and then just around here, there's quite a lot to be filled around this part. So you can see this sort of gap there. Okay, with maybe some flexible filler in there, or maybe just some polyfiller. And again, just some of the areas that just need some more attention. So again, I think we're going to need to put quite a bit of filler on this to get this up to the standard that we actually need. Okay, right, so we'll wait for that to dry and then we'll get some filling done.